top of the Doran's rings that he bought, which means that Lucius is going to have a harder time gap closing against Dazai and trading with him.
I mean, that's going to be really looking good for Adamson University's early phase of the game. But they have to transition that to, let's say, an objective. A teleport play coming in from top lane to bottom lane, seeing how Simone and his support is having a hugging time, a cuddle time on the turret. But will that work out well for them, knowing that the Lucian, really huge threat. I mean, if you place the traps correctly, then I guess that negates it. But we see some Caitlyn not utilizing those traps correctly.
You're going to see he's actually putting down not the trap line, but rather enough to have some little bit of control over that brush. But that's still one entrance. You can enter the brush from any angle. So that will only be effective if Kari wants to go in there the sneakiest path. It will actually block out lane ganks as well from Vonnie, but that's not really something that Nocturne does.
And now, this game is pretty slow paced in a way that how ADU is supposed to play.
Pretty fast. Like, ADU is supposed to go pretty fast here. So what's going to happen is Kha'Zix will want to get more kills, but it seems like Orph is kind of slowing down because of how the rest of the lanes from MCL are now starting to play a little bit safer. They are infinitely safe because Asuka has Relentless Pursuit, has the shields as well from Kari. In the mid lane there, Janny has the Valkyrie to just survive from any gank from Orph. They don't have any hard CC to lock him down. So
the only possible thing that Vonnie can go for would be the mid and top lane. I mean, give it up in the bottom lane because there is that annoying Karma. Not to mention the the Janna and the Caitlyn. It's going to be very difficult for Vonnie to even try and gank them. But right now, we're seeing Orph waiting for the right time to strike Janny, though suspecting something. He does not have mana. Not to mention, Janny does have full summoners up. And Vonnie also waiting it out.
Waiting in the wings. He is behind in terms of the CS and the experience, which is the biggest thing.
I like how they're playing right now. Very identical, their pathing. We did see that the Orph and Vonnie, they're actually mirroring each other in a way.
But rotations, yeah.
Yeah, but Orph has the advantage from the first blood. Look at the itemization. He does already have his first combat item, which is the Caulfield's Warhammer.
Gives him a little bit of AD, and the CDR is actually very important, building into his Warrior's enchantment. So one is going to be a little bit behind if they encounter each other in the jungle, but they are mirroring each other's clear paths here, going
very
for the bottom
interesting.
lane.
And not to mention, you do get the Warrior's enchantment early on. That's 60 AD in the early phase of the game. That's a lot. That is huge. Not to mention the cooldown that will benefit Orph so well.
We're going to see here is Vonnie clearing the top side of his jungle, going for a full clear here. Probably going to go to Raptors next because Lucius is pushing top lane, natural for Regalia because his kit does not allow you to freeze the lane. And on the other hand, Janny might not be a good gank target just yet before he reaches level 6.
And we're going to be expecting that Vonnie might go for another gank, which is very tempting, knowing that Alulu is kind of easy to pick up once you get the CC onto it. The hard ones. Not the slow ones, like say a knock-up and a taunt. And Dazai does not have his flash up, so might be a signal to go in. But we're going to be seeing Vonnie really eyeing the mid lane. Yeah, he's going for the assist that he needs.
Yeah, he's waiting around the wings here. The way he's been clearing, though, is he's going for the optimal path to reach level 6. Seems like he will be level 6 after those Raptors. But he's quite low in terms of the health. He has to use that to, recover some health, and it seems like he will just be going home for now.
Yeah, more of an assist from Janny, knowing that his friend, his teammate, is having a hard time.
And maybe Orph. There's a possibility of Orph being there as well.
Not to mention, I think Orph did reach the level 6 first. He does have the luxury of giving away the blue buff if he does, because he's not that behind in the EXP. And that's going to give just so much presence, pushing so hard under the turret for Janny.
Yeah, I think Vonnie has to give away the blue buff to Janny, however, because that is a Corki. He wants to be able to spam his Rocket Barrage. So if he's not able to, his clear is just so bad.
Look at that. The confidence he got from the first blood. The second time just shows that how Vonnie can jungle and how Orph can abuse the fact that Vonnie's early game is very, very weak.
Taking away 2 control wards as well. That's a huge spike. A little bit of EXP, 60 gold for free, and most importantly, taking away vision from MCL. But that is a signal to MCL that, okay, Orf is there in the top lane.
A blue buff given up to the mid laner. Not to mention, we're going to be really seeing a level up for Vonnie against Orf. But in the mid lane, however, things are looking really good for Jizzy. Look at that CS, 94 to 71. This is kind of looking bad for MCL. In a way, that Johnny, the champion, the Corki, who has the snowball, deliver the damage, is not doing so well.
Yeah, we're going to have to see the Wombo combo very soon for MCL so they can get their engine going. But for now, because of Vonnie being behind in the early game, they can't take too many risks. If Orf is also present in the mid lane, it's going to be a nightmare for them.
Yeah, not to mention, Orf got the first blood and an assist from top lane. You have to respect that Orf will be lurking around the shadows, looking for targets that he can easily pick off. So, MCL really playing the defensive way.
And Vonnie also being spotted out by that ward is actually so bad for him, which delays his first big gank.
And not to mention, I'm pretty curious on the Doran's Ring spam on the top lane for Lucis. We already do see that Dazai has the Catalyst. Gonna build into, let's say, Roa, a defensive item.
Really going for that mana sustain to stay in lane, and the health as well. But I think 3 Doran's Rings might be overkill.
Yeah.
2 is pretty standard for Galio, but
3? Why not?
Seems like Johnny, he realizes that his team, okay, we're not in a position to get the Wombo combo just yet, so I'm not going to pick up the package.
Let's wait for it. I mean, the package is just better when you wait it out longer.
You don't have to immediately collect that once it gets off cooldown.
Or why not, just for fun, just take it away. I mean, go back to your lane as fast as you can, but this is not the type of game that you expect that in the Interconference series of the LCL.
Seems like they're just waiting to... Yeah, MCL right now is playing the defensive playstyle also. That they're not going for the super aggressive ganks, they're going for the long run as well. Call onto Johnny.
We're going to be really waiting on to Johnny to really have that spike, let's say, the 20-minute mark or 50-minute mark.
Also waiting for Vonnie to finish his Devourer.
And also as help from the top lane. We are seeing a teleport run on by Lucis, so he does have the pressure. Kind of like Shen in a way that you can go back immediately after you help out the lane. But it's not being utilized correctly, knowing that there is a Janna. That is such...
The pressure of that Janna is just way too much. It's like you can't gank bot lane too haphazardly because you can just get denied completely, and that's a lot of resources burned. So it definitely has to be the mid lane or the top lane. But top lane, even if Dazai gets behind and Lucis gets ahead, that's really not a lot of value. So it's really... I think the drafting from Adu was very smart. And that
looks very good.
Because that means the best target for MCL is Simone, but they can't go onto Simone because of reeling on that Janna.
This is where the game is coming to play. I mean, this is the second match, a crucial matchup, and no mistakes should be made on the Rift Herald.
Oh man, that is going to be the Rift Herald being contested. Here comes the paranoia. Rift Herald actually goes to MCL. Here comes the damage reduction for his friends. Lucis gets a point blank hero's entrance there. But now he's in the middle of a rock and a hard place. Will Johnny and Vonnie be able to help? The taunt does actually not go on to Jizzy, which means that he is forced to flash away. Here comes Kari for a little bit of an assist. Actually even pulling Asuka there to the riverside. So and has to go back.
That is the mistake Adamson University made. They started the Rift Herald, but it would be MCL taking away the eye and the efforts of Orf, not to mention giving a kill.
Yeah, all of the damage on the Rift Herald was him, and it was just smited offhandedly by Vonnie. And because, Orf can definitely solo that Rift Herald, but it just takes forever.
Yeah, don't you just hate it when you do something so hard you work for, then some guy comes in and, hey, thanks, smites it.
Yeah, and what Lucis did there was... MCL had the information. Even with a control ward, that being denied immediately signals to MCL that something's up.
Yeah, here's the reason why everything went so bad. The response, the composition built around the map presence just complemented MCL so well that if they go all in, chances are they're going to win it 100%. Or maybe 99.9, but right now we're going to be seeing how an extended team fight will always favor MCL.
Oh man, that was very close for Lucis though. His Justice Punch Escape being denied, almost dying as well, but he also, I think he wasted his ultimate there. Point blank, because there was no further burst coming from Jizzy after the shockwave was burned. So there's really no reason to use a hero's entrance. Just get be satisfied with a kill with the Herald and then get out.
Oh, you know what you should expect. I mean, he does have the eye of the Herald.
Oh man.
Make a play with the hero's entrance. Very flashy. Then pop that Rift Herald when you get 3 kills. Very, very nice. That's going to be very satisfying, but hard to execute. Let's see how MCL will make it work.
We actually, the thing with Lucis is that he doesn't have to teleport directly on top of the fight. It just takes forever though. If MCL's bot lane is able to survive a long time, then he can go like a teleport onto that river brush and then go for the hero's entrance. Not so recommended though. Here comes Johnny.
Look at the clear coming in from Lucis.
Yeah, now that he has his AoE, he has 3 Doran strings. That's a lot of AP. So now it's going to be the Mountain Drake being taken by MCL. There's 3 members and a teleport being pulled away. They will have to rotate away from that. That's going to be the package used as a mini equalizer. Oh, that's going to be actually, man, that's going to be Orb taking away the dragon. The paranoia has been burnt, but damn, that Monsoon just pushes them away. And now that's going to be Vonnie. That's going to be Orb's revenge.
Taking away the efforts, returning the favor.
I think that was,
That was more personal. That was very personal. I mean, Orb was like, man, he took my Rift Herald. Let me take his Mountain Drake.
And that's actually so good on that Caitlyn. Wow. I think it was overconfident for MCL to try and take that. Because they are not ahead. The bot lane isn't dead. And that was a 50-50. And as 50-50s are like so bad for it feels so bad for jungle.
The pressure is really on you.
Here we come. Is this an optimal way of using it though? Of course, Dazai doesn't have the same kind of damage as other top laners have.
And
he doesn't have a wave.
Not the right way to use it. He does chunk away the HP of the turret, making his pushing faster. But Galio has that really strong pushing potential. And I think he should have used it in a way that we see how JBL used it in the group stages. I mean, used it so well until the inhibitor.
Man, and here, I think he miscalculated the wave clear from Dazai. I think he should have kept pushing, slow pushing by himself. And then when his wave was building up, that's where he used the Rift Herald.
Yeah, I mean, go for bot lane. Janna is not building that much of an AP, so the wave clear coming from that is low. Not to mention Caitlyn does not even have the Rune and Turking, so bot lane would have been a better target for the Rift Herald. Not to mention, they have Lucian.
Just so much turret killing potential here.
Yeah,
so that's one big resource just wasted by MCL, which means that the Drake taken away by Adamson is more worth it for them. And with a lane swap, this is
red buff and a Mountain Drake passive. That's going to be going down quickly. But right now, here comes Bunny.
Oh, gets kited away. That's a lot of damage. Bonnie has not scaled up. Luce is trying to go for that 1v2. Yeah. He also has a lot of base damages himself. Here comes Johnny. Will he be able to get it? Monsoon is still available. Orf is present.
3 members, very healthy.
Orf is present. And look at the range from Simone. Bonnie tries to go in. He gets absolutely denied by so much damage. Wow.
Man, if you see how a Galio can play, like really be in your face and smash it to the ground,
yeah,
it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts not in damage-wise, but your personal hurt. I mean, it really pains that you're getting kited so hard by this Galio, getting zoned out completely, not to mention the taunt.
But even with that, not enough damage to actually take down Simone and Relink, because Vonnie, he was so close to death there.
Yeah, very close. I mean, imagine this. Orf goes in to try and assassinate, let's say, a very juicy target. It would be Asuka or Johnny. Then there is that Galio say, hello, let me taunt you and ruin your effort, and you die. That's gonna be a nightmare for Orf.
So actually, both of these teams have very good potential to just block away attempts at assassinations. Yeah. But it's actually hurting MCL more if their assassination attempts are blocked, because they have Adamson has a backup, which is Simone. Or rather, no, Orf is the backup here, the secondary damage. Simone is the main focus. Here, MCL, their wombo combo is like their everything.
It's like go all in and don't go home. But for Adamson University, when they have a clash, they have that emergency exit button, which would be
the Monsoon.
On Relink or Jissy with the Shockwave, and the AoE slow. But it would be also up to Orf, as you said, to be that extra threat.
They're really doing their best to
look at the wave
clear.
Turret. Oh man,
wave clear is definitely something, but they have to be able to do something, because bot lane, it's gonna be Dazai pushing that really deeply.
Very deep with the Rod of the Ages and the Ages of the Legion completed. Whereas Lucis just got the Spirit Visage. The 3 Doran string really slowed down his build.
Okay, so this is gonna be real Dazai giving a lot of not yet, but that is gonna be a wave building up. While top lane, they already lost their turret. This is a 5k gold lead on the side of Adams University.
And yeah, that gold lead might just be huge thanks to the turrets, not to mention the Infernal Drake. Let's say you have the gold value, but you also need the objective value. Right now, Adams University, they're rich in that. Whereas MCL, they're just looking for someone to spare some change for them.
Bonnie is definitely behind. His scaling as a Nocturne is not present yet. Johnny still needs to scale up. That goes for all of their carries, actually. So right now, hard times for MCL.
Very hard times. Right now, Vonnie, I think, is unemployed. Not enough gold on him. Look at that, 5,700 on him as a Nocturne, as a jungler.
Versus 7.1k onto Orf.
That's a
they
huge
can't get
gap.
their Wombo combo out because they'll just get blocked by Reeling.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get so behind in the early phase. You give a first blood to Orf. Kha'Zix's the jungler who likes to play it aggressive. This is what happens. It's going to be a landslide of an effect.
Vonnie should have expected that Orf, even if he thinks, okay, Orf already first blooded me, he should expect that I'm expecting him to go to me.
Expect the unexpected and expect the expected.
So what happens there is Vonnie got confident, okay, Orf's not gonna go for an invade on me. I already checked. But then Orf, because his clear is much faster, his first clear is much faster because of isolation, he's still able to go for it.
That sounds a lot like you. In a way that you play, and that's how you always get first blood.
Oh man, come on, don't do me dirty like that. But that's definitely one of the things that set the stage for Adamson to be this ahead. Seems like Dragon Control will be an MCL side.
Yeah, never rely on your theories or instinct. Always rely what's on the map. Vision is key, and right now, MCL going at it in Inferno. Let's see.
Orf might go for a steal.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh man, that's actually going to be the Infernal Drake still onto MCL, and now Orf is actually just sticking around here. MCL cannot risk too much to all in onto Orf because they might get collapsed on.
It's like Orf goes all in, then he has no form of escape.
But look at top lane, Dazai dealing a lot of damage to that top lane turret.
Yeah, the Mountain Drake really helped.
Half health already. Wow. And that's all the time they invested there in the Infernal Drake.
So much for Rift Herald. Really a waste.
Oh man, they're just controlling the map. Even with the Infernal Drake, that only has an effect when they're fighting.
Yeah,
but
not
Adamson so far has been doing the sieging. And very effective with that Caitlyn, with that Mountain Drake.
And not to mention an Orianna. If they actually clump up under the turret, that's a phase shockwave.
Yeah, 5.4k gold lead for Adamson. Definitely doing them.
We gotta wait, man. And Vonnie, he finished his jungler item. Big Wolf. He does not have his Deadman's Plate yet. Look at Orf. Black Cleaver, Warrior's Enchantment, plus a Clawfield's Hammer, Warhammer.
Building it into another Warhammer item, probably going to be the Omus.
Yes, and also, he did not finish his tier 2 boots, but he doesn't even need it. He has the mobility as a Kha'Zix naturally from the Leap, not to mention the speed boost from the Void Assault.
And even Relink, if Relink's actually ahead, in terms of the positioning, then Orf's gonna go much faster actually.
Yeah, the passive from the Janna.
It's so hard for MCL right now because they can't execute their composition.
They have to wait it out. I mean, their best chances right now for MCL to try and win this game. I mean,
have to continue scaling up.
Cub, continue to scale up. Hope that Orf will fall off in a way that you build defensive. Wait for the time that they feel comfortable in a way that transition it to maybe the shortest lane. Let's say go straight for the mid lane. They have yet to get a turret. Look for the lane with the lowest health. What is it? Maybe it's a top lane?
It is smart that they're not. It really sucks for them that they can't execute their composition, but it is the right decision to make at this moment. Because at 24 minutes, this is actually the point where Adamson is at their one of the points where they're at their strongest. Plus with the lead that they accumulated, it's suicide to just go in with Paranoia package Hero's Entrance.
Yeah, and
so they definitely need to find an opportunity where it's optimal for them to do so.
And not to mention, you have to respect that when they go all in on that Jesse, we'll have to Void Staff on the Orianna.
Oh, man.
Huge damage coming in from the mid laner of Adamson University. But thankfully, Johnny does have the Trinity Force, a very, very late Trinity Force. does pick up the VF Sword, will transition into the Infinity Edge. But in terms of item-wise, Jesse is on a roll right now. Does have a ton of CS compared to MCL's mid laner Johnny, but note that they have 3 turrets, extra go for them. So things are looking pretty solid for Adamson University, but it's the fact that they can't close the game right now. They are leading so much with the Mountain Drake in the hands for them. Why don't they just close the game?
Orf trying to go for an assassination of Janny. He has the flash. Here comes the Hero's entrance. Not fast enough to get the knockoff against Orf, but that is a huge cooldown of MCL taken away just by the threat of assassination.
Man,
it is the flash burn for both Orf and Johnny though.
Now we're seeing how MCL's playing from that. They see the mid lane clash happening, transition at the top lane, the lowest health turret. Go for that instead. But
the threat of the wave clear from Dazai is so big, actually.
So hard from, the wave clear from Dazai.
And they don't have enough vision in the enemy jungle, in ADU's jungle, so they can't all in too much and tunnel vision onto the turret. Because what if Orf's there? What if Jissy is there?
Yeah, I mean, not to mention, if Dazai is not there for the wave clear, Jissy is there with a shockwave clear, as a Oriana.
So difficult for MCL at this point of the game. That gold lead is just going to grow and grow if Adu continues the siege. And look at this, Simone. Third item, Guardian Angel.
Oh, wow. This is why I like about the rework Guardian Angel. It's more of a very good investment. Cheap.
It doesn't stop your... it doesn't disrupt your damage itemization. It still bothers me that combining a big sword and a cloth armor turns it into a winged scale mill.
I think they're gonna change that.
Yeah, they will change the icon into a very cool sword with wings. It kind of looks like Excalibur in some ways. We're gonna see how MCL continues playing this. There's no one to defend top lane just yet, but Dazai is pretty fast. He has boost of swiftness.
What an interesting game, right? Gone are the days where we see that every minute there's a kill. Now look at the kill score, 3-1. But the goldie is in a huge favor for Adamson University because they know they have their macro play straight. They know what to go for when the enemy team is rotating to the top lane or the mid lane. This is why they have 3 turrets in the hands. This is also the reason why they were able to steal the Mountain Drake.
Yeah, and MCL, even if they are behind, they have been playing this pretty decently, not taking any fights that they shouldn't. Their biggest problems that they really had was because Vonnie got first blooded, it sets the carpet for the rest of the game for Orf to continue ganking more. And the pressure from that has actually been very effective for ADU.
And now we're seeing the pressure from ADU being established right now in the late phase of the game.
Infernal Drake,
it's going to be
quite a bit.
Showed now in the Infernal Drake.
It's going to be the next showdown here. Both teleports up for our top laners.
But I gotta say, the advantage would be ADU. Look,
definitely.
Look at the itemization from Dazai. He has the Redemption, the Solari. Extended defense are now in favor of ADU.
And because Guardian Angel, because Simone has the GA, it means that they can't assassinate him too much, because once he gets out of, comes back from the grave, it's just going to be reset because of the health regeneration and shields. Right now, all the itemization is against MCL's composition, and I'm really loving it.
The Drake is not lasting long. The Mountain Drake passive plus is coming to play with ADU getting a very easy Infernal Drake.
Very good trap line too to deny any sort of entry.
Like if they even try and go step on the trap line and proc it, you have to expect that Jessica might go all in.
Difficult for MCL. 6k gold lead, but with a Mountain Drake down their belt, ADU's lead is probably, let's add 900 gold more to that. So MCL is going to have a harder and harder time to execute their Wombo combo.
And not to mention, the pressure coming in from Dazai just makes it more difficult for that Wombo combo. Looking at the wave clear from Dazai, not to mention the pushing potential. That's going to spell trouble. But right now, I don't think MCL is going to give up that Baron just yet. They are sitting in the first place of their group. They have to keep it up. It's their pride on the line right now against a third place like ADU. You don't want to lose against a third place when you're first place and get overthrown. Your chances of moving on to the top 4 teams.
That's definitely what I was talking about. These teams, ADU and UC Scythe, have their backs to the wall. So they're going to change. They are going to bring the inner beast and try to get these leads. Seems like...
Yeah, man. Gone are the type of gameplays where you have to rely on, it's the difference where you want to play to win. Play it dirty. Get like dirt in your pocket and just spray it in their eyes and blind them in a way that you take away all the objectives. And that's how ADU is playing. Very objective oriented. If there is a chance for them to take it, they're not going to give it to MCL. Why give it to someone that might fight back?
And when they're taking fights, it's only when their chances of losing are very low. Or when there's an objective at stake. They're not going for these willy-nilly kills that get them taken down. It's such a different ADU from last match.
ADU really establishing the first step. I mean, one step ahead of MCL. Look at the vision control. There is the control ward.
ADU still has to respect MCL.
Yeah.
Because of the composition. If they start this Baron, and they are starting it, the wombo combo might be effective, but there is a control ward around. Oh, that will be the teleport from Lucius. It will deny
control ward.
Yeah, it will deny the Baron.
I don't think it does, man. This is their
It just
pride
starts
on
the
the line.
dance. It just starts the dance.
Oh boy.
It just delayed the Baron though. This is
like
going to be very
it's
exciting.
like a dance where MCL was not invited, and they're the crackers right now, and Orf taking a lot of damage. Resetting the Baron though, but MCL greatly played though.
Seems like now they're going to transition to this mid lane.
Oh boy.
Oh,
respect
Johnny.
that Corky.
Wow, the burst coming from that Corky. Enough to take him down, and that's going to be their biggest disengage tool.
Unexpected.
That's going to be their biggest disengage
Here
tool.
it comes.
Here comes MCL back with a vengeance. But
Fighting back strong.
Wow. That's going to be the redemption used
Yeah,
to reset
man.
their health. Wow.
Woo. What a burst. It crit.
But still, not enough value gained from that to get any turrets. They can't overcommit just yet.
They did get something out of it.
Yeah, that's the
The
important
fear.
part for
You
MCL.
can taste their fear. Like, and he was like, Jesse was like, what the hell was that? Did I just get bursted down? I still has half health.
Yeah, Relink, wow.
Wow.
The crit coming from the Infinity Edge, plus the damage coming from the big one.
It hurts in here, inside their pride, their confidence, their safety is now hindered because of that Corky. And right now, ADU, should they go for a Baron, knowing that Corky does have the burst, but he's pretty low on mana. Let's see right now. Boom! We'll take the Baron, but it will be a delivery!
That's going to be Orf trying to take down these two, Johnny
Oh
and
my
God. Bonnie. They were not expecting Orf to jump over the wall with a ball delivery, and all that burst sets up Orf for a double kill and the Baron for his team. Doesn't even need to get smite because Bonnie and Johnny are away. Wow, I like that adaptation from ADU, giving them 2 kills and the Baron. Whoa.
Okay, we're gonna respect your core game, but you also have to respect Orf. His feelings were hurt in the Rift Herald. Just from there, he is carrying it on to the Baron pit and buff. And now, Adamson University, with the Barons in their hands, will be going for a turret and now a siege.
Lots of damage mitigated with a taunt, but that is just delaying the inevitable right now. There's no one to go in for MCL because of that trap line, and Galio can't really go in by himself.
Wow.
Wow.
Orf is just smiling from above, saying that, I got
let's look at how that happened.
Here's
They're
the
really
thing.
waiting around here.
The unexpected, knowing that there is no mana, no reason for it to fight back, not even damage, just goes to show that MCL was also not being, not having good manners. They have to learn their manners against
dies,
ADU.
but the Baron was already taken.
Who cares, man? They got the Baron.
They should have taken. They shouldn't have like been complacent. Okay, they're
Yeah.
gonna fully commit to the Baron, so we're safe here. But they're clumped. But they're clumped together, 2 of them, which means it leaves them open for the Shockwave into the Thunderlord's burst, into everything else, which leaves them open to Orf just cleaning them
It's
up.
like I have safety over the wall. They can't get me over the wall. I'm safe, but boom, here comes the delivery.
They were not expecting that. They were expecting Orf to, okay, I need to ready my smite, but no, he was getting ready to take down Vonnie and Johnny.
I have to ready my smite, but first let me kill these 2 people who are really testing my patience. They're not respecting me at all, and that's what happens.
Here comes the tank versus the assassin.
I really like how Orf is playing this game. Very nice, so smooth, so clean in a way that he is ready to die. He's like a nuclear missile. I mean, like a bomb. It goes in, he explodes, but taking down 2 or 3
Here comes a wombo combo from Vonnie and Johnny, but this leaves him open for a Shockwave. Now Vonnie is interest, cornered away from his team. The hero's entrance is not enough, knocks him off, but that just delays a snipe. The snipe will be taken down by Asuka. But still, all of that, the Monsoon, everything just blocks away the wombo combo from MCL. Here comes Orf here.
So deep!
He's so isolated, but he gets a kill. He gets 2.
Oh!
Wow!
Feels very bad, but here's a fight back though. They're not giving up.
This might actually be an ace coming from MCL.
Oh
but
man, a
Shani-
stand-up.
the taunt. So this is going to be. Oh no!
I was expecting that. Come on, Johnny.
1 for. That's gonna be 4 for 4. What a sloppy fight from both sides.
It's like, ooh, 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 let me get a kill, let me get a kill. Bam! Just shot in the face.
Oh, with a glitter lance, and that actually is so bad. That 4 for 4 is so bad for MCL because this preserves a Baron buff onto Dazai, which means he's just gonna push this top lane turret. And they also lose a turret on top of that.
I love this second game, but I gotta say, Johnny, he does not respect the range coming from that. I don't think he knows the range of the loot. I mean, you gotta expect.
Extend range from the glitter lance.
And not to mention, you're low health. Give it up, man. You're low health. Why does it matter if you get the kill? Get an assist, be safe. Not on a Lulu.
What happened there was, because Vani, there's a lot of magic damage on ADU side, so that Deadman's Blade won't do much. Yeah, let's look at how all of that happened.
Let's see, here comes the engage from MCL, the instigators of the fight. But here it comes when they lack damage. Of course, Body goes down first, but when it comes to that double redemption, the sustained team fights where ADU excels at, by that time, MCL has no source of damage. Johnny already used his package, that's it. Gone, and not respecting Orb from the backline goes in and
Here
sweeps
comes
the
Orb
fight.
though. Wow.
But I guess this is also a mistake for ADU. They should have taken out the turret first. Look, the turret health is just
damage.
1 hit, and they have yet to take it down, and that's how the dive went wrong.
And yeah, I think the biggest mistake there was they were really forcing their composition.
And Johnny here.
Yeah. The help picks. Oh, actually, no, that was just a max range glitter lance.
Yeah, I told you, man. That was something that you don't respect on a Lulu.
MCL has that huge mistake.
What a nice thing,
yeah. It's been an explosive game so far, but the biggest mistake there, Bonnie went all in with the Paranoia, right? But since he's not super tanky and ADO is so ahead, he was just that means he was just isolated from the rest of his team and then taken out quite easily. But it ends up being a 4v5.
Yeah, Orv is a savage beast.
He is an apex predator in this game.
He does not care, knowing that he does have the Guardian's Angel and the Death Dance. So defensive. The bleed effect, not anymore. It's now 30% of the damage dealt.
Plus he still has that spell vamp available to him. All that physical damage coming back to him as health, plus the GA. And his GA wasn't even popped that.
Here it comes, 37-minute mark, reaching into, let's say, a 40-minute. The lead that ADU had in terms of item advantage is slowly coming to an end, where it equalizes at a pace where doesn't matter how much kill you had in early game, if you did not close it early enough, you'll pay a price, and that's what happened. ADU had the opportunity to close the game fast from the Mountain Drake and the siege potential from Simon and Jesse with a wave clear. They went too deep.
But still, even if this reaches, everyone is 6 items, so the playing field is kind of equalized, it's still up to the composition. I really like the draft with Adamson University. Of course, MCL has that super wombo combo, but so far, it's always been blocked away by Relink, countered by Jesse.
Holy moly!
Oh man, Johnny.
Here it comes.
He's going to be the target. Will Bonnie jump onto anyone?
Why does he do that?
Delivery for the hero's entrance, but yeah, that's a lot of reduction here, but that's going to be the shockwave now. Orb still goes in for all those kills. Gotta take out Kari, now jumping onto Johnny. He's going to take this kill, and that might actually seal the game. The GA is available, but now he's cornered between 3 people and his turret, and I don't think Lucis will be able to defend against 5 members alive.
What are you doing, Bonnie? Going all in. That was a fight MCL should not even start.
That was the composition being countered completely at work there.
And I guess that's it, man. Wow, Amazon University looking very strong. Might go for a sweep. Let's see. They do have the momentum from the first game victory. If they ever get a sweep onto MCL, we might expect a complete massacre or bloodbath in Group B, where there might be a tiebreaker.
Oh boy. This is just such a bloody group. So action-packed. I love it.
I love it so much in a way that I like how Orf plays in a way that you took away my Rift Herald. Let me take
go beast mode the rest of the game.
Let me make it personal this time. Let me go over the wall, kill 2 members over my Baron, and that's how it happens. Of ADU securing the first victory of the second match.
Very good decision making. Totally different ADU from last game.
It looked like you blushed from that, did you? Did you like that?
Yeah, that Kha'Zix got me pretty good there. So, but still, even with a flashy composition here, it's completely countered by how ADU structured their composition. They have 3 people that can defend their carry, and while everyone's focusing, and because Simone has a Guardian's Angel, which means that he can't be the target for the Wombo combo, so it has to be Jissy. So now, Adamson definitely knows their target, so they can play around that and then prepare everything. And if anything goes wrong, Relink still has his redemption, the double redemption actually, still has the wild growth, still has the monsoon. Everything is just made to counter this flashy composition coming from MCL. Look at the damage from Johnny though, but in the end, it's not enough to carry them through.
It's not about the damage, it's about the objective play. And that's what happens. And not to mention,
just played that perfectly.
Look at Vani. Huh?
2,000 damage against champions.
What the hell was he doing? Ah, boy,
that's unfortunate.
That's so unfortunate.
So MCL has to recalibrate. Now their composition, it's not going to work against ADU.
Yeah.
So they have to recalibrate, put out another one of their weird picks. But even if they go for that cheesy Mordekaiser, it's going to get blasted away by the Janna and the Lulu. So they have to go somewhere.
Yeah. But probably not the route where they're going to lose. To give ADU that clean 2-0 sweep.
So what happens here, if ADU gets a 2-0, they're going to match 5 points to MCL.
And guys,
super bloody here.
Very exciting second match, and we'll be moving on to our second game of it. Stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break, and we have been your shoutcasters for this match. I am Vulcan, and joining with me is my co-caster, Atlas. We'll be seeing you after a short break.
Oh,
a shockwave!
Here comes the damage reduction for his friend Lucis. Gets a point blank. Hero's entrance there. And now he's in the middle of a rock and a hard place. Will Johnny and Bonnie be able to help? The time is actually not going to Jissy, which means forced to flash away. Here comes Kari.
Oh, take the Baron! But it will be a delivery!
That's going to be Orf trying to take down these 2. Johnny
and
my God, Bonnie. They were not expecting Orf to jump over the wall with a brawl delivery, and all that burst sets up Orf for a double kill, but this is the open for a shockwave. Now Bonnie is cornered away from his team. The hero's entrance is not enough, knocks him off, but that just delays the snipe. The snipe will be taken down by Asuka, but still, all of that, the monsoon, everything just blocks away the Wombo combo from MCL. Here comes Orf here.
So deep!
He's so isolated, but he gets a kill. He gets 2.
Oh!
Wow!
Feels very bad, but here's a fight back though. They're not giving up.
This might actually be an ace coming from MCL.
Oh man, a stand-up.
Oh, the taunt. So this is oh no!
I was expecting that. Come on, Johnny.
1 for
delivery
for the hero's entrance, but that's a lot of reduction here. But that's gonna be the shockwave now. Orf still goes in for all those kills. Gotta take out Kari. Now jumping on the Johnny. He's gonna take this kill, and that might actually seal the game. The GA is available, but now he's cornered. 3 people and his turret, and I don't think Lucis will be able to defend against 5 members alive.
What are you doing, Bonnie? Going all in. That was a fight. MCL should not even start.
That was composition countered completely. Worked there.
And I guess that's it, man. Wow, Amazon University looking very strong. Might go for a sweep. Let's see. They do have the momentum from the first game victory. If they ever get a sweep of the MCL, we might expect a complete master or bloodbath in Group B, where there might be a tiebreaker.
Oh boy. This is such a bloody game. So action.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.